to Fire Emblem Three Houses Potluck. We're going into chapter 11 just now. I'm going to do the exploring and maybe one of the paralogs in the first video.
Part 1. White Clouds. Pegasus Moon. Throne of Knowledge. The northern lands are enveloped in a bitter cold, and frigid winds are carried across the sea to the south of Adrestia. When feather-white snow falls on Fodlan's locket, the fort looks as delicate as a pearl. However, beneath that snowy blanket, our throat is more treacherous than ever.
Rhea, please, talk to me. What are you hiding? What is the meaning of how that one looks? It is almost as though...
As I said, there is nothing of which to speak. For now. At the end of this month...
I read Gerald's diary. I happened upon it in his room.
What?
In it, he stated the reason for his departure. The baby, thought to have died in the fire, has returned to us. Gerald realized that you had done something to the child and decided to flee. What did you do to that baby, Rhea? Nothing questionable, I should hope.
Saideth enough. They will be here shortly. No more, I beg of you. I will take our dear professor to the Holy Tomb. There, I should be able to see our dearest wishes to fruition. When I was young, I heard her voice there. I'm sure of it. You may enter. I have been awaiting your arrival, Professor. Now that you have received sacred power from the goddess, there is somewhere you must pay a visit to at once. You must go to the Holy Tomb so that you may receive a divine revelation from the goddess.
The Holy Tomb is where the goddess sleeps. This monastery was originally built for the purpose of protecting that hallowed temple.
Only a select few know of it, but there is a legend about Seiros and the Holy Tomb. Saint Seiros, the first soul to be gifted power from the goddess, received her revelation there. She was told that it was her sacred duty to save the people of Fodlan, and that she must use her power wisely in order to lead them. The words that were handed down to Seiros from the goddess will likely fall upon your ears as well.
Prepare yourself to go at once. There, may you find out why you were blessed with such power.
There will be a ceremony at the Holy Tomb. It is then that you will receive the goddess's revelation. You may share this mission with your students. It is said that when Seiros received the revelation, she had holy warriors by her side protecting her. Your students, who have followed you and fought alongside you through the darkest of times, are well suited to stand by you for the ceremony. Of course, as the leader of the Church of Seiros, I will be by your side as well. The occasion is too significant to be missed. Even if something were to happen, I am more than capable of protecting myself.
Much has changed, but your duty has not wavered. Steel your mind for the ceremony and prepare your students well.
So I'm looking up what Hilda likes to drink just now. I think I should actually know this. I think I've had a tea party with Hilda before. Golden deer, golden deer. Okay, so Albanian berry blend, southern fruit blend, 3 of those, let's use that one.
Wow, thanks for inviting me. Whoa, you got my favorite... Oh, wow, thanks. Yep.
Okay. I don't think I'm counting on you. Maybe a strong battalion? Nope. Gardening mishaps, I guess. Definitely don't want...
Wow. Huh?
Food in the dining hall? Yay, okay.
Wow. Huh?
Thanks for everything sounds like a good one.
My mind keeps drifting today.
Okay, so... nod or laugh, apparently.
Definitely. Thanks for the tea.
Okay, we've got our charm up again. Must be getting pretty high now. Uh-oh, more tea. I could see Hannah liking ginger tea. Let's see what he actually likes. Maybe some lavender? Oh, too much tea. Okay. Okay, so bergamot, sweet apple blend, honeyed fruit blend, and cinnamon blend, and we don't have any of those. Okay, I'm gonna give him ginger anyway.
Thank you. Delightfully warming. Indeed.
I do profess. Okay, yay.
Yes, yes. Indeed.
The opera, a new gambit. I think capable comrades. He doesn't think his colleagues are very capable. So.
What?
The existence of crests. It must be. I'm going to check this one.
The crest of flames shares many traits with other crests, yet it also has many unique characteristics.
Okay, and of these, apparently both nod and chat are fine. I'm going to nod as if I'm, you know, agreeing or whatever.
Thank you for all.
Okay, so we still have sad music.
What a strange...
And we're a new class. And I have 2 more birthdays this month, so maybe this time, maybe I'll actually remember to look up the tea parties in advance. Probably not. We'll see. Okay, so have I got any cool fish days? No. Okay, but I've probably got enough fish to do me for like quite a long time anyway. So at the moment we only have 1 paralog actually. And the rare monsters I'm not too bothered about. So I'm just gonna I'll do certifications first, and then I'm actually wanting to this month finally use up all of those lost items that I've been hoarding for months. So I'm going to try to get rid of those. Oh, Dimitri has so many choices of things he can be, but he just wants to be a lord. But then I'm not going to complain because he's like doing very well right now, so Felix is fine also. I actually don't care about. Sylvain is fine. I'm not really liking Ferdinand as a brigand, but he's still got a way to go. And he's still not unlocked his paladin class. So for this one he needs to get his riding up. Although he hasn't chosen anything, so at the moment he still just wants to do lances and axes. He's not chosen a path for himself. Oh! Don't think Casper has either. If Casper hasn't chosen something, I'm going to switch him over to the brawler. Okay, so he's as happy with axes as with fists as with axes, so I'm gonna get him doing that. I can't remember how it is that you learn this healing focus skill. I think it's just from having a lot of having a high level with the fists. Okay, I need to buy an intermediate seal. Oh, I've got like quite a lot of cash right now. I might buy a few. Dorothea I would like to change, but she wants to be a sword fighter, even though she's not really... Well, she does like 0 damage with her strength attacks, she can only do some damage with X-Blade. Petra's fine, Lorenz is... Oh! He's like getting somewhere with his Dark Knight, Dark Mage class. So Lorenz is wanting to be a Dark Knight overall at the moment. Interesting. I wonder if I've actually got the paladin. I think I changed him to a paladin, so I guess after I get this Dark Mage I might change him back to paladin, and then he can work on his riding for his master class. Lysithia I would like to change if she can manage it. So this is going to be a wee bit risky, but I'm just going to go for it. Okay. Gamble paid off.
Perfect.
Okay, Marianne's aiming to be a holy knight, so there's nothing too dramatic to do with her just now either. Leonie has not chosen anything, I don't think. Okay. I have a few supports, I'll do them later, so the main things I'm going to be building in the Explorer supports with myself, so these ones don't matter, but I'll do them at some point. Oh, no quests. Okay. Okay, let's give Raphael some
You look
things.
so different. You're still our professor in there, right? Did anything else change besides your hair and eyes? Are your arms bigger? How do your abs look? Really? You gotta teach me how to do that. Did anything else...
Okay, so I think Raphael should be one of the easier ones. I'm going to actually try to... So normally when I'm playing this, and I'm just getting rid of the things, then I do the cheating thing of just going through them and like pressing A on all of them. But I think with this one, so this time I'm going to actually try to see if I can remember where they all go. And so, like Raphael is quite straightforward. Oh god, there's so many items. Wooden button as well. I think that's everything. I think they all have two. Maybe they have more. I'm not seeing anything that is obviously Raphael here. Oh, okay, 3. Okay, so next up is probably Bernadetta, unless she's gone somewhere.
So sorry. I'm really not feeling well this month. Even leaving my room for dinner is just too much. It's got nothing to do with your, changes. So, don't open the door, please.
Okay, so Bernadetta likes sewing. She also has been writing some books. I don't think she's into plants. Okay, yeah, so Bernadetta likes art and so does Ignatz. Bernadetta's skilled with the bow, but I don't know if she has lost a bow at all. Sometimes it's like there's a clue as well because of where you find them. I think this is Seteth. Okay. Hides away doing needlework is not too hard. Okay, we've got one that literally says that it's Dimitri's, so that one should be easy at least. Okay, where am I? Okay, so we can give Ignatz his art stuff. He's also really into the goddess apparently. I think we just have the blue stone as well. Wait,
someone...
No.
Oh!
So Ash.
I can't even imagine what it must be like inside the Holy Tomb. Well, I can't help...
Okay, so Ash likes... What does Ash like? Ash likes archery, is scared of ghosts, likes stories about knights. And cooking.
Hey!
No.
Hey!
Okay.
Hey! Hi there! Professor. In Brigid, we have legends. Stories containing people who have a spirit living inside of them. Those spirit people have much strength. They are maybe able to fly in the air or race across the ocean. Hair that shines and eyes that glow. They have qualities that are not unlike what you are looking like, Professor. Do not have doubt, Professor. The powers you have are like the powers of the legends.
Okay, so there's like quite a few things that have got a mention of Brigid. I think there's also a dictionary, but I don't know if maybe I haven't found it yet.
This is... I had... This is...
Okay, so we don't actually have all the items. Guess I'll find some of them this month. Or next month.
No.
That's right.
Hey!
Hey, welcome. You have a good eye. You have a good eye. A pleasure doing business with you. Come again.
Hello there.
Okay, so I'm wanting to buy some
This one, yes?
crafting materials as usual.
I thank you. Return soon, please. Oh. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Although, I suppose, you are something to report. For a moment, I thought you were someone suspicious. Lucky for you, I am quite perceptive. It took only that single moment for me to recognize you. The professor went out and got some new power.
You've been granted this power by the goddess herself. Truly, you must be a very special individual. Maybe Seros transformed before receiving her revelation too.
I haven't heard anything about that before. Maybe that part never found its way into the legend?
It is told that Seros had a revelation, instructing her to use her power for good, and to lead the people of Fodlan to salvation. I wonder what sort of revelation you might have, Professor.
Okay, who are we talking to just now? I'm not really sure. Okay, let's make sure.
Been great. Maybe it is. I wonder.
Okay. Definitely talking to Ingrid now. Okay, so she likes horses. Who worked for a noble house? Don't even remember. Okay.
No. No. Yes, that's my...
I think the baking is Mercedes. I think this is Dorothea's.
No. 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 Yes. No. 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 You've been great. Maybe.
Maybe
It is. I wonder what.
Did you? Oh.
Picky about cooking utensils. Maybe to do it?
Did you? Oh.
You're so strong now. I'm starting to understand why you were appointed professor. I thought I was stronger, but I still have such a long way to go. Oh, I will. I still plan on beating you someday. What's this?
So this one is Agatha and Felix's, so a lot of them are quite similar. Like for their ones. Okay. He's really into studying.
What's this?
Okay, I think, yeah.
Yeah, that... What's this? What's this? Yeah,
okay,
that's...
this is definitely Casper.
What's this? What's this?
I'm gonna get my cooking finished for now, so I think I could kind of do with either some defense or some speed. I might go for the... I'm gonna go for the defense boost again.
I enjoy... You seem to know... Ah.
Okay, so we've got our dictionary for Petra.
Professor, hair that
If I can find it amongst all the other things.
I had lost...
Oh. You there! I recently had an errand to run, and so I had to pass by the office. I didn't mean to, but I overheard Lady Rhea and Sedith arguing. Actually, it was more like Sedith was interrogating Lady Rhea.
People who live an inordinately long time, people whose hair changes color, and those odd heroes' relics. Is Fodlan some mystical land full of inhuman creatures? You should see for yourself. I'd recommend exploring west of the Empire. It's not... It's not my...
Okay, so I know that Shamir likes weird games and does not like insects. I guess maybe skilled with the bow as well.
Thanks.
Okay.
It's not... Thanks. It's not...
Oh, that's
Thanks.
awesome. Okay. I think that was one of Ingrid's. Oh, have to go back.
Hey there. Those students of yours will soon graduate and become unreachable royalty and nobility. You should show them respect now, or you might find yourself out of a job someday. No. One look at your students' faces, and it's apparent that would never happen. Even when your kids graduate, I bet they'll still think fondly of you. You'll always be professor to them. Hello there.
Professor,
You maybe it is. I wonder.
yes, that's mine.
Okay.
consider. Sometimes, I find myself thinking I should leave Garrigmach and return to my home, where I should have been all along. Ignore me. I'm sorry. It's a silly thing. An old man's ramblings and nothing more. I hear that Lady Rhea will accompany you for this month's task. She's the pillar that supports the hearts of Fodlan's people. Her safety is paramount. I hope there are no complications.
So there was a quest that Gilbert had before that was about wood carving, so this is one of his things is definitely wood carving. He's also really into the goddess, I guess.
Ah. No. 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 No.
Monica, no, Kranya. Kranya is dead. And so is Solon, by your hand.
Taking vengeance with your own hand. I'm sure Gerald would be proud.
In our battle last month, we really cut the enemy down to size. But there are other enemies we have yet to hunt down, not least the Flame Emperor. Once we've crushed them all, we can return to our peaceful lives at the monastery. It will happen soon. I have a feeling something big is coming.
patronage. If that is your thinking, then I would counter that whatever one adds to a merchant's coffers seldom makes it to the pockets of the townsfolk. I think that if a noble wishes to use his resources to ease the burdens of the commoners, he ought to go about town and spend it more directly.
That is wonderfully insightful, Lorenz, albeit not what I had in mind. What I meant was this. We can benefit from crossing the threshold and learning more about regular folk. We scarcely understand the reality of their lives. In turn, they do not know about us. I have heard that some believe we have horns growing from our heads. It is an embarrassing and potentially perilous state of affairs.
You are quite right. In fact, that reminds me of something a boy once said to me when I visited a village on my family's territory. He actually asked me if I had a tail. Hilarious.
We all need a laugh now and then. As a man of status, I feel it is my calling to right the world's wrongs, but there is only so much I can do alone. Working in tandem, though, you and I could make tremendous accomplishments.
My sentiments exactly. Together we could achieve a great deal. Though the circumstances of birth may have placed one of us in the Empire and the other in the Alliance, we can still study and fight together.
Yes, precisely. Together, there is nothing that we cannot accomplish. By the way, Lorenz, do you have a tail?
Looking as lovely as ever today, Dorothea.
Oh, save it for your noble girls, Lorenz. I'm not in the mood.
I was only being polite.
And it really was quite wonderful to be so near your elegance. Now, if you'll please excuse me.
Now hold just a moment. I have tolerated quite enough of this impertinence. Not a word has escaped my lips to imply that you are anything less than a highly attractive woman. But I am the heir to a noble house. I have a duty. Thus, I am unable to engage in courtship with you. What is it about my circumstances that you seem to find so very amusing?
All of it?
You're no different from the men who flirted with me when I was in the opera.
As long as you're getting what you're after,
You don't much care what a woman wants, needs, or feels.
That is truly what you think of me? I am afraid you have completely misunderstood.
Oh, have I? Do explain.
If noble status were my only priority, then I could be married 100 times over by now. But birthright is not sufficient for me. I am not looking merely for an accessory. Marriage is a relationship of mutual respect, support, and trust. If my wife and I are of the same mind and of the same worth, then together we can achieve anything. That is why I make overtures to so many ladies. I am in search of an ideal.
You're searching for someone who matches your vision of a perfect spouse? How odd. So am I. And everyone else.
My standards are somewhat more exacting, but yes, I suppose on that point we are similar. Please understand that I'm acting with the best of intentions in search of a partner.
You're more serious than I thought. And so earnest, it's almost adorable.
If you met a peasant girl and fell madly in love, would you be able to give her up? Break her heart?
I would have no choice. The worlds of the nobility and the common folk are simply too far apart. I cannot choose to abandon my duty merely for the sake of a fleeting emotion.
Lorenz, you're dangerously close to dedicating your life to the lie that nobility is something special. I hope you realize that before it's too late.
I'm great.
That looks...
Okay, so let's just do these last remaining supports for Byleth, and then focus on getting a wee bit of training since we don't need to bother maxing out student motivations. And then I think the rest of the items I'll just leave until next month.
Hey there.
Oh, that one's Gilbert's.
Professor. Ah, there you are. I apologize for calling you in so suddenly. Please, sit. There is a matter I would like to discuss with you. I believe I've told you this before, but it is my responsibility to aid the Archbishop in all her duties. Spiritual instruction, ceremony oversight, donation management, all of the Church's many administrative tasks. I oversee not only the priesthood, but also the Knights of Seiros and the Officers' Academy. The Archbishop entrusts a great deal to my discretion, and I am honored by her confidence. Even when she must make decisions herself, she often seeks my counsel in advance. And yet, your appointment to a teaching position at the Officers' Academy was a complete surprise to me. Not only that, but you have also been entrusted with the Sword of the Creator. I was as surprised as anyone else to learn that. And now, well, I will spare you my conjecture. In any case, it is time I learned more about you. I ask only that you answer my questions honestly. I will be most grateful for your cooperation. First, I would like to know just how much you know about yourself. You are the child of Gerald Eisner, correct? That's quite a vague reply for such a basic question. In the future, I would advise you to answer such queries with confidence. As the former captain of the Knights of Seiros, Gerald was renowned throughout Fodlan. If you really are his child, then no one would voice any complaint about you joining the Knights. How long has it been since you became a mercenary? I see. Most curious. Come to think of it, I have never asked your age. Just how old are you exactly? Your face says it all. You truly don't know, do you? Just what was Gerald thinking, raising you this way? Given your responses thus far, I feel as though any further questions would just be a waste of our time. However, permit me to make one thing clear. Whatever her reasons, the Archbishop has placed great faith in you. Do not betray that trust. That is all.
Excuse me, Professor. May I have a moment of your time? Ah, wonderful. I was hoping you might enlighten me. About yourself, that is. You see, I happen to be quite curious about you. Well, because there is something different about you. You possess an air of mystery. I could not help but notice when first we met. I am intrigued, to say the least. I find it rather difficult to put into words. Were I to wax poetic, I would say you remind me of the sea. Have you ever been, Professor? The sea is vast, boundless. On the surface, all seems still. Yet beneath that stillness, it is unfathomably deep. Within, it teems with life. Yet without, one is lucky to glimpse a fleeting shadow. And yet, all one must do is cast a line to grasp hold of all that life. You cannot see it at a glance, but it is there all the same.
About fish, of course. Oh, bother. I got sidetracked, didn't I? Right. About the sea. During a storm, the once calm waters become mighty enough to overturn even the vastest ships. Not unlike you. You are calm. You carry yourself with poise. Yet you wield great power. My brother was uncertain of you at first. He once referred to you as a youth of dubious origin. Oh, but please do not think ill of him. He is incredibly dedicated to his work. So surely you understand why he would have doubts about one of whom he knows so little. Nobody even seems to know your age. Incidentally, how old are you? Wait, you do not know your own age? You truly are mysterious. Looking at you, it is quite difficult for me to determine. I wonder... could you be younger than your own students? Who? Me? Well, I am roughly the same age as the other youths here. Be that as it may, it is simply not the case. Oh, by the way, you should know I had actually been considering enrolling in the academy for a while. I have endured hard times, but I am so grateful that those very experiences led to my acceptance at the academy. Oh, my apologies. I am sure you have much work to do. I will not keep you any longer. We must speak again.
Let me consider. I hear that she's the pillar. Ah.
Practice you.
Because I'm getting close to this weight -5 in general, and then the smite skill is kind of nice.
It will happen soon
as well.
What?
Where's Alois hiding?
Really?
Captain. Oh, I was just having made clearing out.
Professor, are you unfortunate? If that still. What? Oh!
I mean, I when the but look.
I am sorry.
Oh, we've just like unlocked another support conversation.
Professor. I am sorry to make you tag along with my shopping trip like this. You are very kind to offer your help, even though this is my duty. I will someday repay you for this kindness, though I fear there may not be so many things I can help you with. Fishing? Of course, I would be happy to. I recall hearing that Captain Gerald was quite the fisherman. Is that true? You made a living as a mercenary under Captain Gerald's guidance. As a comparatively new member of the Knights of Seros, I was not so familiar with his past exploits. Yet clashing swords with him, even just a handful of times, was enough for his abilities to astound me. You, as one trained by him, must have those same great talents. I have devoted my life to the path of a knight, yet I find your mercenary experience lends your blade...
Wait up! Catch me if you can. Come on, this way. This way.
It is good to see children able to play and to smile. Was I smiling? Please, forget you saw that. I do not have the right to such pleasures. Indeed, for those we have lost will never be able to smile again. I am sorry. I did not mean to trouble you with such talk. Come, let us head back.
Oh.
People who... Is Fodlan...
Say,
It's not over yet. Let's keep our guard up. Had to be done. No hard feeling. Let's keep our guard up. to be done. It's not over yet. No hard feelings.
So I'm just checking the group tasks just to see what we've got people assigned on. So this is still, I guess, what I need to have, because Marianne is wanting to be a holy knight and Lorenz is wanting to be a dark knight, and neither of them are actually mentors at the moment. So then, as usual, I'm using auto instruct since it's one of the rules of the run.
I think it's coming along.
Not as hard as I thought.
So it's kind of, yeah, like interesting that a lot of my mages don't have any faith spells and can't do any healing.
That is a good option.
Professor!
Caspar. So, yeah, so at the start of this video I changed Caspar into a brawler, and now he's decided that he wants to focus on axes.
I'm glad.
I will. Well.
Let's put this to the test.
Okay, so what was Caspar's goal exactly? Focus on axe skill to excel as a warrior. Okay, so I should look and see what a warrior requires. Okay, axe level A. So we're not at it, so that means I need to work on axes. Okay, but the brawler, we can level up the skill experience with axes as well, so I'll leave him as a brawler, but equip axes. Anyway, so I'm going to leave the battle till next week and do a seminar to level up something like probably authority. Okay, this is looking like a good group. It's like only Bernadetta's not one of our main characters. Still trying to get better battalions for everyone. Oh, I should stop teaching myself authority.
Got it. Good to go.
I'd never have learned this back in my...
Not as hard as I thought.
Okay, Leonie's just got a better battalion. That's good. So at some point, like, I mean her, yeah, at some point I would quite like someone else to take over the main tank role from Dimitri maybe. And definitely for me, I don't really like having to be the tank. Okay, instruct automatically. So yeah, now
seems simple enough.
Axes.
Professor.
Okay. And I have not already looked up the tea. Okay. Okay, so we've got Almyran Pine Needles or Force Spice Blend, neither of which we have. Let's go for lavender.
Why am I here?
Wow, with so Felix.
I thank you. Not bad.
Okay. Your ambitions, maybe?
Let's see. What?
Plans for the future. Okay.
Let's see. What?
Your... Didn't we already have your ambitions? Yes, we did. Let's do it again. Okay, and then...
Spending time with you is not bad.
To which we can apparently laugh or blush is the correct answer.
Let's see.
How bizarre.
Thanks for your...
Oh, and this is good because we want Felix to have charm since he's occasionally a dancer.
Well, Professor, I'm beginning to...
That worked out well.
I've deepened my understanding.
There's so much left to learn.
I see.
Okay, so we've got a lot of A's in here already. I guess this is because everyone's just focusing on one thing. They're not really doing like their horse riding and flying that I would normally have them doing. So it's going to be a bit harder, I guess, to get our master classes. But then some of the master classes are not. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have the mobility, but I'm just not going to worry too much about not getting them if I don't get them. Okay, so I'm going to just make sure that Caspar has got axes. Okay, apparently he has a mace, okay. And then I'll just do one battle, I think. And not the paralogue. I'm going to put this off at least until the last battle of this chapter, and potentially a couple of months because it's a really horrible map. Maybe I'm kind of tempted to do this. Okay, let's take an easy one first. Level 20 should be, I guess, okay. It's quite nice to get ore. So let's do this one and see how it goes. And if we have an easy time with this, then maybe it would be worth trying the new bonus map. Okay, so as usual, I'm just double checking that my squad is matching what it's supposed to be. Although we had a chapter battle last time, so it should be fine. And then I need to assign my adjutants. So Lysithia first. Felix. And then Sylvain. Mercedes, not Dorothea. Oh, he's like got everyone. Okay, I'm gonna put him with... Oh, I can't actually give him... Okay. Yeah, everyone that I can put him with, he's already either waiting for conversation or he's already maxed out, so I will put him on someone that I'm going to be using. Well, let's put Caspar on first then, because I also want to make sure Caspar's getting some experience. I'll put Caspar on Ferdinand. it's Casper's doing defense now. Interesting. Oh, that's kind of cool. Ferdinand could do with being actually a bit more tanky. So I want Sylvain to be on someone that he can help out a bit. So, but who I also want to be doing some damage. Let's put him on Leonie. I wonder if this gives her boost, but or no, it's probably only adjacent, like properly adjacent units. Ah yes, so I need to class my class back to my horrible Fortress Knight thing that I was working on. Enlightenment we've already maxed out, so like that, okay.
A new path?
And I've got this knowledge gem because I'm wanting to try to master it fairly quickly. Are there any monsters? There's a lot of assassins. I think Dimitri's going to be pretty busy in this one. Okay, no monsters though. So let's take off the monsters. Okay, I could do with another axe. Okay, maybe I'll just use the training one. So what are we up against? Okay, it's basically all swords. Lots of pass units. Like 100% pass units. Oh, it's a pain. Okay, and it's all swords. But no breakers. Okay. So it'd be good if I have lances and swordbreaker. Maybe not on this. Maybe not myself. Okay. What is the damage like? Okay, 28. 38 and 37. Okay, we've got a couple of like high damage assassins. Okay, but Dimitri doesn't care. I basically don't care either. I might give myself a better... Oh no, I won't give myself a shield because I'm doing other things. It's ridiculous. So, I mean, basically we can just stick Dimitri in the middle of these and let them kill themselves on him, but let's see if we can get some other units some experience. So Dimitri does not need anything to help him dodge because he's taking 0 damage. I have the lance prowess, so that is probably enough to make sure my attacks hit. I'm not going to worry about taking the breaker. So Felix has got his sword avoid things. I guess he's probably got a chance of getting hit from these enemies since they're all wielding swords rather than axes. So maybe I want to give him HP instead of axe breaker since no one's actually got axes. But then that means I need to change back. Okay. I think. Okay, so they don't have breakers, so maybe we can get away with our axes. Desperation's going to be useless. but we don't have swords or lances. Well, wait, Lancebreaker. Lancebreaker is also useless. Okay, whatever. Oh, can we steal anything? Yes, I'm going to swap out the... yeah, I'll swap out the Helm Splitter first night, which is like shove, but for 2 units instead of 1. And then check my battalions, make sure I don't kill Dimitri's, which is still sitting with 33, so basically it only goes down if he takes damage, and most of the time he's not taking damage. So it's really nice when he has all of these battalion things kicking in. So I'm thinking that like on this side for sure I'm wanting to have my mega tanks. So I think Leonie as well is probably able to get quite high. So she'll be like 21 plus 3, so at 25. Which is also pretty nice. Should be taking like a small amount of damage. But only once. Oh, and this has also got a wee bit of defense. Ferdinand can get 24 and he's next to me. Okay.
Homie?
I stand ready.
I will get the victory.
Here we go. Let's get to it.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
That's my cue.
I'll go.
Stay focused.
I'll cut through.
Gotta... I'll back you up. Well...
Back to the fray.
Yeah, so 24% is still not good, but it's more than I would actually want to let Felix be decorated.
My effort.
Nice form.
Get the trick! Nice try!
Wasn't paying proper attention to this.
Damn!
let's not put Leonie there.
Let's get to it.
I will get the victory.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Here we go.
I stand ready.
That's my cue.
Who, me?
So nice of you.
Thank you.
Okay, so this wasn't so bad, but I'm gonna, I think, call it a day for these battles for now. So the next two will be in the next video, and I guess I'll do the two other auxiliary battles and the main chapter mission. But anyway, thanks for watching, and